Hi guys, Spartan765 here. Today I'm doing a video review on a gun I picked up a couple days ago at a gun shop in the Twin Cities called Bill's. That is the Polish PPS-43. It's the exact same thing as the Russian PPS-43. The only difference, obviously, with the one that I have here, as in the United States it's classified as a pistol. So obviously the stock does not open on this one. There is a model where the barrel comes out to about here, 16 inches, where the stock does fold, but I wanted it to look authentic. Semi-auto only, obviously. Took it to the range today. Wasn't expecting a whole lot, to be honest. This is just one of those guns I've kind of wanted in my collection for a while, so I finally picked it up. It was $400. I know they run on the internet for about $350 or $375, but I figured if I just bought it at the local gun shop, you know, it would even out because I'd have to pay the shipping and the FFL transfer fee anyway. So it would even out pretty much. Obviously, it's chambered in a 7.62 by 25 Tokarev, and the package I got came with 3 magazines, or 35 round box magazines. Obviously, it's unloaded, as any of you guys know who watch my videos. None of the guns are loaded. But anyway, it feeds flawlessly. Didn't have any issues with it today. 20 shot at 25 meters in the standing position, just like this, and grouped honestly about like that. You know, I had a tightest group was about like that at 25 meters. I was just amazed. I was not expecting that out of this gun at all. I was expecting wide groups, you know, random hit points, inconsistency. This gun shot extremely consistent. I was just amazed. Obviously, the barrel in this puppy here is a steel chrome-lined barrel. The bolt is just a regular steel straight blowback. There's no locking operation on this, or no locking mechanism. Because it is a submachine gun, it is straight blowback. Now, I'm not saying all submachine guns are straight blowback. I'm saying this particular style. So I don't need the comments saying not all submachine guns are straight blowback. The sights on this are fully adjustable. Some people might find that surprising for windage and elevation. I did have to adjust the sights a little bit to get it shooting perfect. You use a punch to adjust the sights to drift them, and you use like an AK for sight adjustment tool for the height. I left her shooting about 3 inches high at 25 meters, so that way out to about 125 meters it would be pretty much right on. It does have a flip sight here for 100 meter setting, 200 meter setting. I feel 100% confident in this thing's ability to shoot out to 200 meters. It is a 7.62 by 25, so it has a better ballistic profile than the 9mm and travels a little bit faster. Which is one of the benefits of the 7.62-25. It can reach out there a little further. Now, obviously, you hear stories from World War II about this particular gun. You know, it's a spray and pray. It's only good out to 25, meters, 50 meters. That may be in fully automatic, obviously. But when you sit down and you take precise shots with this at 25 meters, that's how far out I shot. It keeps the groups pretty damn tight. I was really surprised. I was just using, the only issue I did have was not the gun, it was the ammunition. I bought some PPU, 85 grain. Was not happy with that ammunition. It was extremely inconsistently loaded. With this gun, one thing about this is that it has a very long blowback. So it's very easy to feel and hear. You know, you can tell if a round is underloaded, overloaded. I did have a couple rounds that you could tell the pressures were pretty high, and I did have a couple other rounds that, you know, where it felt like the bolt hardly blew back at all, or it only blew back about that far. So underloaded rounds as well from this PPU. I'm never buying that ammunition again. That wasn't the gun, obviously. That was the ammunition. But for somehow it grouped pretty well. I'd like to get some really good ammo and see what it can do. Obviously, you know, this thing is not, you know, a competitive gun. This is a Russian submachine gun from, you know, Russian-based submachine gun from World War II. But, you know, like with a lot of guns that, you know, people don't generally think would be accurate, like my SKS, which will group 2 inches at 200 meters open sights. My Yugo M5966, which I have videos on YouTube of that, because I had some people question whether that was true or not, so I made a video. Like I do with anything, if anybody questions either my ability to shoot or my firearms ability to shoot accurately, I'll make a video showing it. But yeah, just about to clean this puppy here. The nice thing I like about it is that little muzzle brake on there. Now that serves two purposes. Obviously to control the recoil, as you may or may not know, the 7.62x25 is a snappy little round for a pistol cartridge. It does have a little bit of kickback, especially if you're shooting a Tokarev or a CC52. I got both those, and they have a little bit more. I'd say they're more comparable to maybe a lower 40, about a 45 is about how much they kick, just because it's a higher pressure round. But anyway, this also has another purpose, obviously, is a brake, but also to protect the crown of the barrel. That was one of the design factors they took into consideration when they designed this gun, is that this gun was going to get beat up, abused, thrown around, falling on rocks, whatever, what have you. So if this was to fall directly on a rock, you know, an impact, it wouldn't screw up the crown of the barrel, which is, in my opinion, it's like everything Russian. It's extremely simplistic and it works. And it may even serve more than one purpose. As far as the stock goes on this, it is permanently fixed via a pin up here. On the normal one, you just push this in and the stock would fold out. There'd be a spring-loaded detent which push down here. But this is mushroomed over here, so that cannot be possible. If you get an SBR, I mean, you can get an SBR one of these. I'm sure there's people who make them, but then again, you get an SBR, you have to have a registered SBR. I mean, you know, if you want an SBR, go ahead, but I'd rather just not have my guns federally registered. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, great gun to get if you're ever looking to get one. I said they run about $350 to $400. I mean, really, it's a lot better than those. I was thinking about buying one of those Sterling pistols, and those are just, they're nothing but a range toy. I mean, that is literally all they're good for. This here, obviously a range toy, yes, and you can also use it just for, you know, medium distance plinking. Shit, hell, I mean, if you got gophers or fucking rabbits or squirrels in the backyard, you know, if you live in the country, why not? This thing's pretty accurate. So you can use it for some, you know, small hunting. You know, nothing serious. I mean, shit. I mean, technically, I suppose you could take it deer hunting if you want the challenge. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, someone like me, I usually use different weapons every time I go deer hunting. You know, switch it up between the AK, the SKS, Remington 700, Mauser, whatever. It's something different every year. But yeah, you guys got any oh yeah, by the way, this is the safety, obviously. You guys got any comments? Oh, I'm going to go over one more thing, sorry. The trigger mechanism in this, obviously, since it's a semi-auto only, it doesn't just have a trigger bar and a sear that catches in the bolt. It has a little mini, literally almost identical to the AK style trigger group in there, which is kind of cool. Very easy to take apart, very simplistic. Anyway, you guys got any comments or questions, send me a message, Spartan76.